Hello YouTubers, my name is Attila Mate from Blue Sky Photography, and today I would like to talk to you about my opinion about the successor of the a6500, the Sony a6500. Now, probably it will be the a6700 or whatever you want to call it, it's up to you, but probably it will be a6700. Now, Sony in the last year, they did a lot of improvement in the camera market, and I tell you something, in the camera lineup, in the E-mount lineup, they improved a lot in my opinion. Now, if they decide to release another camera to replace the a6500, which is probably most likely to happen very soon, in my opinion, they will lead the market, I would say, if they are clever over here. Now, let's talk a little bit about what is to be expected from the a6700, in my opinion. Now, the sensor will be probably 24 megapixel because it will be that's the APS-C, kind of that's the limit you can really go. There is a possibility to go higher, but then the dynamic range will be affected, and it's a lot of this is the video would be too long, so I don't want to get into this topic. But in my opinion, 24 megapixels or 28 megapixels, that's the kind of the maximum limit you can go with APS-C size sensors. Now, that's not a problem because 24 megapixels that's more than enough for almost all the photographers at the moment, including portrait, wedding photographers, wildlife, whatever. Except when you want to print, huge prints, and you want, well, then you don't buy an APS-C size sensor anyway. So I think that APS-C size sensor 24 megapixel is more than enough. The autofocus will be better than the a6500 probably, and it will they will kind of introduce the autofocus from the A7 Mark III, kind of that autofocus, I would say, maybe not as good as, but close to that. And that will be again something excellent, because even the a6500 autofocus, it is brilliant. It is very, very good. So I think that will be very good again. Now, ISO performance, again, because of these new sensor type, the backside illuminated sensors, the ISO performance is much better than with the other cameras. Now, I have to tell you that first I didn't believe this backside illuminated sensor thing, when it appeared on the market, but I have to tell you that it's true. Backside illuminated sensors are much better than the other one, the older CMOS sensors. So if it will be a backside illuminated sensor, which is most likely it will be the ISO performance at least with one stop better than the a6500, in my opinion. New battery, again, you see that the new A7 Mark III, the A7R Mark III, they have new batteries, brand new batteries, which is a lot of extra shots, which means a lot of extra shots. It's the A7 Mark III is rated about 700 shots, something like that. It's really, really good. And I tell you, if they put that in the new camera, the APS-C camera, it will be excellent. 700 shots, it will be brilliant. Now, here is something which I don't know if they will do it, but if they will do it, they could win the market, I tell you. And that is if they would include dual SD card slot in the APS-C size camera. Now, yes, I understand some people will say for professional photographers, they are suggesting to buy the A7, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, what if I want APS-C? If Sony would be clever, they would introduce in the a6700 dual SD card slot, in my opinion. And hopefully they will be clever enough to do that. Because if they would introduce that dual SD card slot, suddenly they are against the Panasonic G9, Olympus EM1 Mark II, Panasonic GH5, all these cameras, which, yes, GH5 is a different story because that's a video camera, but the G9, the Fuji X-T2, the Olympus EM1 Mark II, all these cameras, they have dual SD card slot. Now, if the a6700 would have dual SD card slot, that would be comparing directly with them. And if they would put just a little bit cheaper, the example, Fujifilm X-T2, let's say. The X-T2 is about 1,500 euro at the moment, or 1,600 euro something. If they would put the same price, 1,500-ish, let's say 1,600 euro, a lot of photographers would buy that camera, I tell you. And they would win the market. Now, I don't know if they will do it. Hopefully they will be clever enough to do that. Okay, I chimp down sometimes on my phone because I made some notes. I'm really sorry, I don't want to be rude, but I don't want to miss anything from here. So, okay, the price, in my opinion, it will be around 1,600 US dollars, 1,650, something like that, in my opinion. It wouldn't be wise to put a higher price because then it won't worth, you know. The A7 Mark III is $2,000, so it's not worth, you know, simply to put an APS-C size, you know, higher price tag. But in my opinion, 1,600 euro, 1,650, you know, that would be a very acceptable price. And in my opinion, if they do all this, if they put all this in the camera, then many photographers, they would buy that. And again, something which Sony never did, and the main reason is, in my opinion, because the SD card slot is always down there near the battery, and they never made a battery grip for the APS-C lineup, the example for the a6500, a6300, these cameras. I don't know why, because again, if you would have the possibility to buy a battery grip for that camera, you know, that would be excellent. Many photographers, they are happy enough with APS-C size sensors and they don't really want full frame. And dual SD card slot, battery grip, these kind of things, you know, they are really important for them. So that would be very clever from Sony to listen to these things, you know, and to introduce that. In my opinion, they will introduce, I'm not sure about the battery grip and the dual SD card slot, but the rest it will be in the a6700, if it will be a6700, probably it will be. So this is my opinion against about the Sony a6700. What do you think, guys? What do you think it will be? Because in my opinion, at latest in Photokina 2018, which is in September, 25th of September, something like that, we will see that camera announced, in my opinion. That's the latest. Now, I might be wrong, but I am pretty much sure that Sony will announce until that the successor of the a6500. What do you think about? Please leave your comment down below and let me know what is your opinion about the a6700. Would you buy a camera like this? Would you buy an APS-C size sensor camera which has 24 megapixel, great autofocus, great ISO performance, dual SD card slot, battery grip? What's your opinion? Would you buy one? I would buy one definitely. So let me know your opinion. If you want to add something to this video, please feel free and leave a comment down below. If you want to support this channel, please share my videos, and like my videos. And other than that, I wish you a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys.